Cool. So there is a lot of guys who unfortunately couldn't make it tonight in the UK because of Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all of you, and we'll be sure to get the recordings out for everyone to suss out. I'll just get everyone on mute here. And Pete, can you just unmute yourself after that, mate?
Yep, done.
Cool. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you very much for jumping on over there for Mother's Day in the UK, and those of you very early here in Australia this morning with the change of our time zone difference. We've got two very, very special ladies on board, great friends of Pete and I, and have just been moving mountains within Isogenics here in Australia. I was actually just sussing out this little number this morning, Ash.
Hey!
I love it. Great photo. But I'd love to just briefly introduce Ash, and Pete will introduce Nicole. But Ash is she's actually an osteopath, holistic health and wellness coach. She's a member of the Start 1000, as well as an ambassador for the Start 1000, which is just an incredible deal because she's looking after and supporting so many young people here in Australia grow their businesses successfully, and just being a great mentor as well as a friend to so many of us here. So I'd really like to welcome her onto the call this morning, bright and early from the coast.
Thanks so much, Bruce, and good morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone in the UK. It's it's an honour to be on the call. So excited.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ash. And I have the pleasure of introducing the lovely Nicole Robertson. So Nicole and I have actually pretty much been going at Isogenics since just over 2 years ago, and I've had the pleasure of getting to know her over that time. We actually presented together a number of times, which was the most amount of fun that you can have on stage. So she's just an absolute inspiration to so many people in Isogenics, and it's not only through her success in Isogenics, but it's also, her previous occupation, if you want to call it that. She was a business coach and really mentored thousands of small business owners to really help turn around their business and give them strategies to really implement and take their business forward. So she definitely knows a thing or two about business, and it's just an absolute pleasure to have you on the call. I really call both of you guys great friends. And that's what I love about Isogenics is, we're not connected financially, but we're friends for life. And that's really what you get at these Isogenics events, and really getting to know people like these guys. It's just absolutely amazing, and really appreciate both of you getting up so early to jump on the call and share your wisdom.
Absolutely. It is greatly appreciated. Guys, I think we'll just kick it off. We're going to shoot a few questions, and we'll let you guys just go for it and share your stories and advice. But Ash, I'd love to start with you because you had, obviously, you came from a background of health, right? And always been a very healthy person and active within the industry. So I guess I'd love to just hear first a bit about your product story, how you got involved and what it changed for you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Bruce. So yeah, coming from the health industry and being a health professional, I, like probably many others out there, was a massive skeptic before Isogenics. I did start purely for the products. I came into Isogenics just over 3 years ago now, and I was in a place where I was doing all the right things. So I was eating clean, eating organic, eating superfoods, fermented foods, nothing processed. I was very, very strict. And I was getting very frustrated because I was still feeling tired. I was exhausted all the time. I had digestive issues, and I was struggling to shift some weight no matter how well I ate or how hard I trained in the gym. So I was getting very frustrated, and I was feeling very incongruent because as a health professional, I was telling people what to do to feel better every day, yet I wasn't feeling it myself. So I'd actually seen a friend of mine who lives on the other side of Australia. I'd seen her results on Facebook, and I'd reached out to her and I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? I need what you're having. She told me about Isogenics, and I was massively skeptical. I said no immediately. I didn't want a bar of it, and I said no for about 8 months. In that time, she followed up with me a few times, and I did a little bit of research, and I thought, it's okay, but not for me. And then it got to February 2014, where I just got to a point where I thought, you know what I'm doing isn't working for me. I'm not happy. I don't have to tell anyone. I'm just going to do this 30-day cleanse. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. If it doesn't work for me, I'll send it back. And I still remember when the box arrived, my partner at the time saying, this is everything you're against. It's in a box, it's in packets. And I felt sick. But I thought, I'd committed. I didn't really have any other options. And I trusted Anna, and I just went for it. And about 10 days in, I woke up and I just thought, oh my gosh, what is this stuff? I was bouncing out of bed in the mornings. My digestion settled down. I was starting to lose that weight. And I felt incredible. And come the end of the 30 days, I just felt like a completely new person, and just so much happier, healthier. And 3 years on, still using the products. And over that time as well, my belief has just grown more and more from all the different research, and now from working with hundreds of other people and seeing their incredible results too. So it's been an amazing journey, and it's really, really exciting.
I love hearing that. And, especially coming from the health background, so many people that are skeptical before they try it, and then they get the products in their body and they're like, wow, okay, maybe I was wrong. So over to you, Nicole. Obviously, you've got this very, very impressive business background, but you didn't even come into Isogenics for the business. It was really purely for the products. Do you want to just go into a little bit more about your story?
Yeah, sure. Hey, everyone. So, basically, it's true. I did not come in for the business, even though I'd seen the network marketing business model quite a few times, just being in the role that I was in. So how my story, I guess, started is I was always someone that I actually thought I was pretty healthy. So probably similar to Ash, I thought I was doing a lot of the right things, even though I wasn't the knowledge bomb of information like Ash is in the sense of nutrition and food and all the rest of it. But I was someone that at the time I was working out probably 3 to 4 times a week. I had a PT within that as well. And I was a clean eater, but in saying that, I wasn't someone who prepped food. And trust me, like I also enjoyed the red wine, the burgers, and the pasta. So I was kind of like just a lifestyle person, right? But for me, it was, at the time I was training, and I remember rocking up to my PT every week, and I'd be like, this isn't changing. Like, what is up? I'm squatting, I'm lifting. Like, why is she looking so toned over there? And I just rock, even unhappy with my body. So a lot of you guys might know, you might be able to relate to that yourself, or people who they look healthy, they think they're pretty healthy, they're technically doing the right things, but I just always look the same. And it was actually my PT who said to me, he said, Mick, it's your nutrition. He said, I can only affect 20% of your results here at the gym. And I said, okay, well, give me what I got to do. And that's where the whole, I want to count your calories. I want you to keep me a food diary for a month. And I want you to prep your meals came out. And I think I just laughed at him. I probably swore at him at the same time. And I was just like, that's just not going to happen. Like that, it's not my lifestyle. I'll probably last 2 days. So what's the point? And it was funny, at the time, I can only say it now, or, I should say after I started the products. See, I started for visual results, but I didn't realize how much my body wasn't coping with a lot of things. So it was pretty normal for me every morning just to have that brain fog. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but it was like every morning, and especially I was in the corporate world, so I had, I was meeting after meeting, but no one would get anything from me, no human interaction until coffee. Do you know what I mean? It was just brain fog. I took a long time to switch on. Most afternoons, I would be feeling like a nap. And because I was on the road traveling to different businesses and meetings, I'd actually take it some afternoons. So I'd stop on the side of the road and I'd have a 15, 20-minute nap because I was just purely exhausted. But for me, I didn't know that was a problem. That was my normal, because that's all I remember ever feeling. I just thought, well, I work hard, I've got long days. I talk to people all the time. Of course, it's exhausting. So it was Catch gave me a call, who I know, spoke with you guys last week, and we worked together at the college. And as soon as he called me, I thought, well, this is a business thing, because I hadn't heard from him in ages. And that's kind of the relationship we had. So I caught up with him, but I'd also seen on Facebook, he'd posted a photo and he'd literally lost his beer gut. But I didn't link the two. I didn't know that, what he was come to talk to me about was his whole health thing. So we got chatting for about 2 hours in a cafe, and he told me about it, and I realized it was network marketing. So kind of like the hands went up, and I said, look, I'm just not in that headspace. It's not for me. I've done it previously for 63 days. I'm not doing it again. And so he went the angle from the health side, and he started casting this vision of all these transformations and all of these results. Then I was sharing with him how I was training and not getting the results. And at the time, it kind of just worked perfectly, because I was going on a girls' trip to Miami and New York. And I don't know if you guys have seen like women in Miami, but I'd seen them in magazines. And I was like, well, I've got to like up my game here coming out of the Australian winter. So I'm someone where I am the opposite to Ash. I don't look at ingredients. I don't really care what's in it. I just knew it was a box and I had to eat it when it got delivered. So I said, well, 30-day money back guarantee, just order it for me. I'll probably send it back, but I was kind of over talking with Catch for 2 hours. So I said, order it for me. And then it was by day 23. I actually only got 23 or 25 days in on the system before I flew out. And my PT, he was doing my measurements. So by that time, I was the leanest I'd ever been. In 3 years training with him. And it wasn't that though, I actually had energy for my sessions. So I don't know if my strength increased in that time, but my energy did. So I started PBing all of my lifting. I actually rocked up like a normal human, not a zombie, to my sessions. So there was just a complete flip. But for me, it was probably more that consistent energy and that clarity. So it's like, Farah, this is how you're meant to feel. That's what I got from the products.
Absolutely love that, Nicole. So cool. I think that's a massive thing we can all agree on, that everyone experiences the energy, which just really starts everything for you. I love that story. Ash, so listen, you're an osteopath, obviously a lot of dedication, a lot of work. It's quite expensive, but it's heading down a fantastic career path. And what I really wanted to understand a bit more is you're going down into this career and really serving and helping people in that profession. What sort of drew you into the business opportunity that came along with Isogenics after using these products?
Thanks, Bruce. Yeah, it's 5-year study to be an osteopath, and I think it's about over $40,000 in HEX fees. So it is a big commitment, and I mean, it's an amazing profession. It's an awesome degree. I really loved the study of the human body, and I'm so grateful for doing that. And as I said at the beginning, I did only just start this for the products. I had absolutely no interest in the business. I had no knowledge, I suppose, of the industry of network marketing either before getting into this. But for me, it started when I just organically started sharing it post my 30 days. I felt amazing. I started sharing it with just some family and friends. They started to get results too. And then I started to see some income coming into my bank account, and I thought, this was pretty cool. And then I looked into it a bit further, and that's when I really caught the vision, because as an osteopath, when I didn't work, I didn't get paid. If a patient didn't show up, I didn't get paid. Whenever I went on holidays, I went backwards. And the moment I go to have children, my income would stop completely. So there were lots of negatives about that, it was real time for money, and it was also quite physically draining and physically exhausting. And once I saw the vision with Isogenics and network marketing, I saw that here was this thing where there was no limit, like absolutely no cap. It actually still blows me away. There's no limit to not only the income you can create, that anyone can create, but the people you could help as well, and the lifestyle we could create. So I just to share a little bit about how my business is, how I got into the business. I slowly started to grow my Isogenics business in the pockets of my time. I was still working in clinic, and then as my Isogenics business grew, I started to cut back in the clinic as an osteo, and then at the start of last year, replace my full-time osteo income, and then 9 months ago resigned. So now I get to do Isagenix full-time, which is amazing. But yeah, as I said, it's not only the income opportunity, but the people we can help. Like, here's an opportunity to grow a global business, where that's why we're talking about the UK, but I have a business growing in, you know, the United States, in Canada, all over Australia. And really, to me, it's like this ripple effect. You help one person, but then they're helping all these other people, and it's just really huge. It's really exciting. And like Bruce and Peter said at the start too, it's this community of people that has just made my life so much richer. So I'm just so excited about what this opportunity has done for me, and what this opportunity has the potential to do for all of you guys. It's just, there is no limit. So yeah, hope that helps answer the question.
That's bloody amazing to hear that story. And I always love when you talk about how as an osteopath, you can only help one patient at a time. You know, and with network marketing, there's exponential amount of people that you can help because of that business model. So thank you so much for sharing that. And over to you, Nicole. Obviously, I've talked a little bit about your background, so I'll actually get you to kind of go into a little bit more detail about that. But also, like, what was the turning point for you that made you realize that this was an amazing opportunity, and just going into a little bit more detail about your business story?
Yeah, sure. So I guess to give you guys some background, so for nearly 4 years, I worked with a business coaching company, and I consider myself, I guess, really, really lucky and so grateful to have been in that environment at such a young age. I think I was 21 or 22 when I went into that role, and I was with a forward-thinking company. So they didn't worry about what piece of paper you had; they worried about what you could do. So they very much molded me and trained me in how to think like a business owner, and how to ask questions, and how to have depth conversations, and how to really shift people's mindset and thinking around their business to take action. So on a daily basis, my role was to go out and speak with, you know, business owners, directors, you know, team managers, and really just sit down with them and get to the crux of it, like what was going on in their business, what was working, what was missing, what was the gaps, and provide solutions for them, which led on to actual coaching in groups for them. So I did that for nearly 4 years. And for me, it was, you know, like the learning that I just got from that was phenomenal, like being around entrepreneurs on a daily basis and business owners. And I just soaked it all up. And I guess in that time, I've seen every single business model you can think of. I've spoken to every profession you can probably think of, anything from a hairdresser to a plumber to an engineer to accountants to, you know, financial planners to every profession that there is. And one thing that became so clear to me, and I don't know if it probably was in that time why my mindset switched, but the reason you go into business, and I have a huge love for it, and hats off to all small business owners, because I believe it's probably one of the hardest jobs that you have in the world, because most people do have a job in it, is that you're going in, and the reason you're doing it is because you want to own your time, and you want to pay yourself what you're worth, and you want to have your holidays, and you want to look after your family, and you want to set up something. You don't want a boss. But it was like it was just the opposite for every business owner. You know, they were always the first there, the last to leave. They always paid themselves last. They never got on holidays. Their relationships were breaking down. Their stress was through the roof. Like, if I walked away from that role knowing that I wanted to be an owner of my time and my money, not just a consumer, which is what most people are, but I didn't want to do traditional business. Like, it actually scared the crap out of me after working in that role, because I knew the percentage of how many actually succeeded. I knew what it took. And I had no passion for a certain profession, if that makes sense. Like, if you're a hairdresser, I get it. If you're a chef, I get it. But there was no specific passion that I had. So for me, I stepped out, and I tried to create a consulting business where I contracted to businesses, but I was still like tied to them. Like, it was their goals and their KPIs and, you know, their business's mission and vision. And I just had to kind of like report on that. So I still wasn't really owning my time and my money. I was still in a sense being a consumer of it. So the network marketing business model had been presented to me a couple of times. I think just in the role that I was in, if anyone's in kind of sales, business development, I think you probably get hit up a little bit. And there was only once I looked at it, and it's because it was a trusted person. And I think I mentioned before, I was in it for about 63 days. I was like in and out. I was like, this is just not going on. It just was not the right company for me. And I know you asked me, Pete, what was it that I guess changed my mind about network marketing? I don't think that it wasn't network marketing. What I realized was it wasn't network marketing I had a problem with. It was the approach of one company. And that's the thing. Think about that with people that you're talking to who have a bad taste for it, who have bad, they don't quite get it. It's not the profession, because it is a huge profession. It's not the profession. It's one experience they've had, one approach that they've had, one method from one company. And for me, that company wasn't right for me. I didn't align with them. I didn't love the products. And the two things that you need to build a network marketing company are a love of the products and an alignment with the vision. And if you don't have that, you need to go find the company that you do have that with. So for me, it wasn't there for me. So when Isagenix came along, as I said, I kind of, were hands up just from that past experience that I just didn't want to go down that track. In saying that though, what Catch did well and something to take on is he casted the vision really well. Like he planted seeds in my head that made me think, I was kind of like saying no, but thinking, well, what if this works? Like if I get the results, then this friend's going to do it and this one's going to do it. And then if I help that mum who I know needs to lose about 10 kilos, I'm pretty sure her friends are going to ask about it. And then that person will do it. And then like, as you guys, your mind just kind of starts buzzing. And I was like, oh my God, that'll open up that network. That'll open up that group of people. I could totally And so even though I was kind of like arms crossed to Catch, like I'm not doing it. On the back of my mind, I was like, I think I'm totally going to do this. But for me, I needed the proof as well. And the thing is, guys, Isagenix delivers up the proof daily. Like daily, you cannot deny the results. You cannot deny the paychecks. You cannot deny any of it. It is happening, whether you're part of it or not. So the proof was there for me. So I think I kind of just stayed open to it. The vision was casted really well and in an angle that I was open to looking at. And that's the brilliant thing about this company that we're with, is that it has anything that a person needs. Do you know what I mean? Like it is the company that provides the full spectrum of wellness, like the full spectrum, health and wealth. And don't ever forget the second one, because you never have the first without the second anyway. But it's the only company that fully does that. And as I started getting going on the products, and then I genuinely, there was only a couple of people I genuinely called. I said, I don't know if this is going to work, but I've seen these results. You've got to do it. If it doesn't work, get your money back. And so that started happening. And then they started getting the results and my beliefs started going up. And I just thought to myself, because I could ask you this question right now on this call. Think of it to yourself and think of it, that you would ask other people. Is there an area of your health that you want to improve? And do you need more money? And then do you know anyone else that wants to improve an area of their health, and do they need more money? And I know the answer is yes and yes. It's always going to be yes. And so when you've got a company that their mission is to fulfill on exactly that, and they have founders who have experience in this industry. They are built on integrity. They literally are leading the way in this profession, showing the old giants of this network marketing profession how it's actually meant to be done today. You jump on that and you make it your mission to help as many other people see that and say yes as possible. And that's just gradually what happened for me. And it took me, I guess, a bit of time for that to really sink in. So I guess like our job for you guys right now, especially when you're in pre-registration stage, is get that belief locked down now. Because you have the company, like this is the one. It delivers on every angle that you need. It can provide something to every single person that you know. Your job is just to make them believe it and say yes also. And I've been in, it's actually 2.5 years. You guys might be the same as me. I think it's about the last week. I'm like, oh my God, this is like halfway through our apprenticeship, boys. But it took me time because I still had walls up, but it allowed me to be open. And I share a lot with my team. People go on about skeptics and everyone's so skeptical, but Ash was skeptical. I would love an Ash, because if you're skeptical, it still means you're open. If you're ignorant, you're closed, and you leave those ones alone for now. But people who are skeptical are open. You just need to show them the Isagenix way, the new way of network marketing, the full spectrum of what we deliver, and cast the vision that they're open to hearing right now that's going to change them for right now. And that just happened over time for me, So I guess there was a couple of things deep down. Like I said, I always knew I wanted to be an owner of time and money. And for me, with speaking with so many other professions and businesses, I don't know a better way. I honestly don't. I don't know another way that you can come in with your overhead. All your overheads are what you eat, the events, that's a given. Your overheads are the events, and your investment in yourself and your team. And I'm like, where else? I don't know where else that happens with no risk, and instantly you're owning your time. So to give you a background on my journey, I kind of got obsessed really early on. Once you get started with this and you understand what I just kind of delivered you in the sense of what Isagenix is here for and what you can take and run with, you kind of get obsessed with it. And I think within 4 months I went full time, but I will say I went full time too early. 100% I went full-time too early. This is a profession and it takes time. So it wasn't until about the year mark that I had a steady income that was covering my full-time income. So it would have been smart of me to wait till then, but I'd probably do the same thing again because I just tend to do those things. But yeah, hopefully that kind of, helps answer that question for you guys.
That's unbelievable. Just bombs everywhere, Nicole. Thank you so much for that. So many things I was just like, wow. I think, have you ever done any business coaching to wine label producers, by the way?
That would be one that I'd say no to. I haven't. Where were you?
No, that's brilliant. I think what I loved about that as well was the apprenticeship idea. Like when you're starting something, I could relate it to the wine label as well. It takes 4 or 5 years before you really find what you're actually doing. You get these learning those skill sets that are needed. But with Isagenix, you can go along this path as an apprenticeship, but you're getting paid and you're getting paid well for it. I still haven't paid the overheads of my wine label off going into our 5th year, although Pete and I paid our overheads in the first weekend of starting Isagenix. There's just no comparison, out of doubt. So thank you so much, Nicole. The next question here is actually for both of you, and it's something that I can't think about every single day, and it really gets me going. And it's just simply, what excites you about Isagenix over the next 5 years, knowing that you guys have been there for over a couple of years now? So we'll start with you, Ash, and then Nicole, you can jump in at the back end of that.
I just want to say, Nicole, that was absolutely amazing. I was just thinking, I don't need to talk anymore. Wow. I could listen to you all day. That was so good.
Oh, right back at you.
What I wanted to actually, before I answer the question, is highlight there, because I was sitting there thinking, wow, I'm just sitting there in awe of her, is that people look at, so I have the health background, but no business background. Nicole has the business background, but no health background. You don't need to have either to have success in this, because like the boys were just saying, and Nicole, we get all the training, all the skill sets come along the way. So if you don't have either of those, just know that you still can have massive success in this, starting from scratch. Anyone can. But I was just, I'm still in awe, blown away by what you were just talking about. But what excites me? Everything. And I honestly think we have not even scratched the surface. We are just getting started, and launching into the UK is, so exciting. We're only in 12 countries. And I think it's the combination of what we have. And Nicole spoke about it a little bit as well, about us having the full spectrum. What excites me, yes, there's growth in network marketing, but we have the combination. So on one side, we have this phenomenal solution for health and wellness, and people are screaming for help. People are screaming for help to feel better, to have energy. So we have this phenomenal solution of health and wellness where we have 7 published studies, where we have all this incredible research. And if that's something you're interested in, go away and do the research and see what we have there to really, as Nick said, build your belief. And I just want to share quickly, when I first heard the research a couple of years ago, presented at a conference in San Diego, I sat there thinking, oh my goodness, I'm like, I can't believe I've been talking to people like this is a 30-day cleanse. Like, this is an exceptional nutrition program that everyone needs in their life. So go away and do the research, or look into the research to help build your belief. But on one side, we have this phenomenal solution for health and wellness. And on the other side, we have this profession of network marketing, which offers, as I said, anyone and everyone this opportunity to live a life of freedom and choice. And what excites me the most as well is that more and more people are starting to see this every day. More and more people are starting to see the opportunity that it is. I think we are really doing a really great job at Isagenix of shining a beautiful light on network marketing, on this profession, and showing people that when it's done with integrity, and when it's done with a company that has the values that Isagenix does, it's just a really exciting time, and anyone, you know, can have the most amazing success, and it's just a beautiful thing to be a part of. So I hope that helped answer the question, but I just get really fired up and really excited about this, because we do have an amazing opportunity, and I feel so grateful every single day to be aligned with a company like Isagenix because of the integrity and because of the company we have and the founders and as I said, the values. It's really cool.
I love that. Thank you, Ash. That's brilliant. Love it. I'm not even going to interrupt. Go for it, Nicole.
Oh, everything she said. Perfect. I mean, I love what you said at the start, Ash, how like you had that health knowledge and not the business, and I had the business and not the health knowledge. And one thing I share with people is that it's not that I wish I didn't have the business knowledge, but you literally don't need it, because you are more powerful in this business when you come in and you're open to literally learning everything. Whereas I came in with ideas of how to do this. I came in with, we could do it this way, and thinking, business development and strategic and all of this, and it friggin' held me back. And I also came in looking like I was confident, but like still didn't know a thing, and still 2.5 years in learning so much. And so I always say to people, sometimes when you come in and you've got that sales background or business or development, it can slow you down because you think you can do it yourself, and you start doing things yourself. I could close people, I could enroll them, so I didn't do 3-way calls. I didn't think events were all that important, so I didn't invite people there. I just spoke with them myself. Not good, not the way to do this business. Where someone coming in who doesn't have that background and is completely fresh and open will always follow a system, and following this system produces the results in the business. So if you don't have the sales background, if you think that, you're not good at talking to people, or, you don't have that business background, understand you're in a really powerful position. So what excites me is, here's the thing, oh my gosh, so much. One, yes, we haven't even scratched the surface. I think where things are in the market, where things are in the world, network marketing is just now coming into its own. Yes, it's been around since the 70s, but we didn't have the things like social media and internet, like all mobile devices and all of the rest of it to really make this profession as powerful as what it can be. So right now, it's like the world has caught up with what network marketing can be, and it's like in its prime to be even more giant of a profession than what it is. I think just knowing that, like I think of it so simply, like you can free yourself physically, and then you help someone else free themselves physically, and then as you do that over and over again, you free yourself financially. Like that, if you can just understand that is all that we do. And you're in a business where you can either let numbers disempower you or empower you, because we are in a profession where it does become a numbers game and a relationship business, and it takes that time. So please understand that. And sometimes people can get disempowered by it. But if you understand this profession and stay in it long enough to be educated, then the numbers will blow you away, because you're in the most predictable system that they can be. If you do the work, the results will show up. And so that excites me. And it excites me that, a lot of the time we talk about like money, being financially free and all the rest of it. And everyone has a different road to that goal, because everyone starts off in different situations. But time freedom is a really, really powerful thing. And freedom of choice is a really, really powerful thing. And when you have that, like, it's kind of like you're so you can't wait for everyone else to get it and have it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't ever see myself stopping this, because not everyone will have it and everyone needs this. And the thing with Isogenics is that I'm not an expert in the UK market at all. Like, I'm really not, but I'm pretty sure that I know humans pretty well and what the world needs, and everyone needs better health and more money. So therefore everyone needs Isogenics. So therefore, like, the opportunity is huge. And that excites me. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't stop what's needed, and we have what's needed. So I think just understanding, gosh, I mean, we're only just opening in the UK, which is crazy. Understand the type of company that you have. You have one with integrity, and you have one that doesn't open in countries for profits. You know, they create sustainability. They grow leaders. They make sure a company is okay, a country is okay before they open into a new market. And the fact that we're only in 12, and really I think Isogenics is in their apprenticeship years and already showing, like I said, the other people, the other companies in the industry, how it's meant to be done. So imagine when we're actually mature. Imagine when we actually get to the stage where we have been doing this for, 20, 25, 30 years. And you want to be part of that, because it's going to happen with or without you. Really, really understand that. And I think keep it so simple. Like, you free yourself physically, you help free someone else physically, and in the process you free yourself financially. Like, there's nowhere else that you can get that.
Yeah, bloody love it. There's so many bombs that you just dropped then, and that really is the exciting part about this business, is in its simplicity. Everything is set up for you. You've got the entire platform of the products, the tools, the training and support. Your job is to use and love the products and go out and share that with people. And if you do that over and over and over again, then you can create financial freedom as well. So that kind of leads to my question to Ash. You've touched on it a few times already, but in terms of like the UK market, which Nicole was saying, the UK is no different to Australia or America or wherever. Why do you think this is going to have such a big impact on, health and wellness in the UK? Like, why are these products so important for people to have?
Yeah, thank you. Nicole, I think you just answered my question. You spoke so well. I was like, what she said also. But yeah, like Nick said as well, this is like anywhere in the world. The world is suffering. We need solutions for health and wellness. But the UK especially, there is definitely a massive gap, and everyone over there will be able to relate or agree with this, that there is a massive gap in the market and a need for good nutrition, and we have that. And we have this system, and that's what it is, and that's something I always like highlighting as well, and reinforcing that this is a full system. It is not one product, and everyone's looking for this magic bullet, but it's not one product. Our body is made up of all these systems, so you need a system to help impact health on so many levels. So we have a system and a program that works, that is scientifically proven to work. So that's why I think it's really exciting. And we have as well, with nutrition, we have solutions for so many different things. Like you heard Nicole speak about energy, that's something everyone wants. But overall health, we have solutions for weight loss. We have solutions for healthy aging. We have solutions for energy and performance, for stress, for more mental clarity. We have these solutions to help people feel so much better on so many levels that will provide solutions for everyone. So people of all different lifestyles, all different backgrounds, all different ages, we can help you and we can help them. So I think it's just really exciting. Also, in today's world, people are busy. So this system, this program is convenient. It works for everyone that is time poor. And on a business level as well, I guess, people are financially struggling, and we have a solution for that as well. So if you're willing to put in the time and the effort, because it does take work, you really can have anything you choose with this opportunity and with this program. So yeah, it's just, it's so exciting.
Sorry, I just muted the wrong one. I love that, Ash. Thank you so much. It's yeah, I just saw that comment. We need positive energy like yours, sent from Colleen, and it's amazing. You are so much energy. It's just on fire, and I love it. A good point is, like, it is for everyone. Like, you see people, these athletes using this from a performance level. I've just helped my mum again lose some extra weight and just get back to, the constant walking and exercise that she enjoys, and being able to play a round of golf, with ease. And then just everyday people like we've all experienced here in Australia. And it's so cool because it does work for us all. Love it. Nicole, over to you. And this question's a bit of a loaded one, I must admit. So bear with me, but it's really for the guys over in the UK who are sitting on the end of this Zoom call going, right, this is all well and good, but what do I do? How do I start? What's going to give me this advantage to get started? And so I guess if you were on the end of this call and sitting there in the UK, but having the advantage of knowing what you've gone through over half of your apprenticeship, so you've called it. So you do have the knowledge of how this works. So what would you do if you were sitting back there? What would you do in terms of getting to work, taking the action to have the best possible opportunity over there when we start in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, I'm so bloody excited for you guys. When I don't know if it's 4, 6, 8 weeks, whenever it is, but it's just exciting. And I'm so, like the fact that you're on this call, thank the person who invited you, and really give them, massive, massive hugs, because these next 8 weeks or however long it is in pre-rego is really not that it's a critical time, because this opportunity is not going anywhere fast, but it's kind of like you've got a warm-up of a warm-up. So it's pretty cool. But here's the thing to first get, and I guess like Ash shared it like beautifully and perfectly, is that what we have is needed. Like to put your mind at ease and for you to know, is this it, and is it needed, and will it work? If you go down the street and you ask someone, do you need better health? Is there any area? They're going to say yes. Do you need more money? How much more? They're going to say yes and give you an amount. Do you want more time freedom? They're going to say yes. Do you want more choice? They're going to say yes. So you have what you need. So the first thing is, I would say, make a decision right now to build your freedom. Like that's what you have to do. You need to make a decision that you're going to do this and you're going to build your freedom. The second thing I'll do, because I know there's a mix of people on the call, like maybe, some of us who are in Australia and we have networks over there, or even like me, I'm in Australia. I don't personally have a network in the UK, but my people in my organization do. Or, like you said, Pete, you're actually in, Bruce, sorry, I get you two mixed up. Or you're in the UK now and you're like ready to go. So I think the first thing is identify your position, like which one are you, because that's going to then dictate what actions and what focus you have, and reach out to your upline of the person who helped you and ask them, say, this is where I'm at, this is what I have, what should I do, where should I focus? Because your energy is like your number one resource right now, and your time. Secondly, I guess I would, there's a couple of things. So you would look online and offline with what you could do, because like I said, I see what you guys have right now, which hasn't been done in Isogenics before, which is amazing, is it's like you've got a warm up of your apprenticeship. Like you have, I'm just going to say 8, you have an 8-week period to be the best student you can be. You have an 8-week period to learn this business, to learn the system, to learn how to talk to people, to learn how to use social media, to learn how to reach out to people, to learn how to get people to take a look, to learn how to invite people to events, and there's road shows happening. You have 8 weeks to do that before you even really get started on your apprenticeship. So don't waste time, because it's going to work. Time in this business works 2 ways. You've got to act on it now, and you've got to do these actions right now, but you also have to understand that you go into this business with a long-term mindset, because those who are going into just to make a quick buck, you'll make a quick buck and you'll make it once and then you're gone. It happened in Australia, it no doubt happened in America and all the rest of it. And yes, like it is exciting. I think it will skyrocket for a period of time, and there will be people who do amazing stuff and they rank advance and they grow and they've got great networks there, which is amazing. But the real truth of this business and the real business people and professional network marketers come out when it goes into a correction in this business, when it slows down, when you actually have to do the work, when you actually have to become a professional, when you actually have to work on your mindset and you need to really work out how to talk to people. And that is when it's the exciting time, because, and I don't mean to say this in a bad way, but the dead weight will leave, and you kind of want that. We want the real people, the ones who are going to show up, the ones who have integrity, the ones who are going to learn this business and be a professional in this business. So the other thing I'd say is have a long-term mindset, because this business isn't built on anything else but a long-term mindset. Know the numbers in this business. You're going to get a lot of no's, but your no's, I heard it last night on a podcast. He said, your no's are your vitamins. You take them every single day. like every single day. I was like, oh my God, that's incredible. I love that. And secondly, so a couple of things that I'd be doing. So say offline strategies, you need to be writing your list. Write a list. And if you've been in network marketing before, you've heard that before. Like I remember when I heard and I said, Catch, get away. I'm not writing a list and hounding my friends and being that person. But please learn from my mistake. You know, there's a tool in, Isagenix Business to create your list and jog your memory, write everyone down. It does not mean you're going to go out and contact them straight away. But what it means is when you learn what you can say to that person, they are there ready to go and you do not let them slip. So write your list, understand who you're going to reach out to for a direct ask, who you can ask for referrals from, start having the face-to-face meetings. From a, online point of view, choose one medium, like, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, etc., and get to work on it. You got 8 weeks to learn how to use social media. If you haven't been listening to social media training from the people, from Pete and Bruce and whoever, reach out and learn how to use social media and learn how to start planting the seeds right now because it's prime time. So do that. If you're on Facebook, one action I'd be doing is expanding your network. So if you have 500 friends, make it 700 as soon as possible and then grow yourself to 1,000. Because if you're going to build online, you want a bigger bubble. I call it like my Nicole bubble, like who's kind of like seeing my stuff all the time and all the rest of it. They just need to be in my bubble and eventually it's going to burst and they're going to pop on through. I just don't know when it's going to be. All I know is that I'm just going to show up and be consistent with it. So, they are a couple of things that I would be doing. What else? Guys, just learn the system. Like I said, you've got an 8-week period to do this. I know that there's road shows over there. And Eric Worre says it, the number one skill in this profession is getting people to events. So commit yourself to those events and commit to taking people, because that is you getting them to take a look and plugging them in. And Jay Bennett, we just had him here in Australia, and he's one of the leading trainers in all of network marketing. And what he says is your only job is to get people to take a look. That is all you're doing. Getting people to take a look. They take a look, you plug them in. They take a look, you plug them in, which would mean an event, which would mean a 3-way call, which would mean this type of call. So hopefully that helps. That's just a few, actions that I would be working on. But I would be the best student right now and moving forward, like forever in this profession, because I don't think you ever stop being a student. But you guys really have an opportunity to be a student before the game even starts over there, which is phenomenal.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing all that gold, and no doubt you could go on for hours about what people could do and how to really maximize this time. You guys would have seen that I've posted a couple of links in there for you to go back and have a look through. The first one is isagenixhealth.net. This is literally the one-stop shop for everything about the products, the science. So if you want to research till the cows come home, that's your link. And then you've got isagenixbusiness.com, which is literally the one-stop shop for everything that Isagenix has in terms of the tools and systems. So go through and have a look at that. And, you would have heard so many times on this call, it's all about, really learning and educating yourself. So it's like learn as you go and earn as you grow. And that's really the key to this business is we're still learning to this day, and we're 2.5 years in. So you're not going to know everything from the beginning. Some of you, this is the first exposure you've had and the first time you've really checked it out. And then other people on this call, have already been putting in the work, but you're constantly learning. And the best possible way for you guys to really see what this is about is to get yourself to one of those roadshow events. So I've posted that as well. They've got a isafyi.com /roadshow. So basically what Isagenix have done, and this is very unique in the sense that obviously we've got the pre-registration period. They're having 3 separate roadshows before they actually do the grand launch. So this is an opportunity not only for you guys to learn and really see what the vision of Isagenix is about, learn about the products, the compensation plan, how this business works from top leaders in Isagenix. But it's also your opportunity to show that vision to other people by bringing people with you that are interested in taking a look, because I can guarantee you everyone that's had success on this call, the first real time they decided to go for it in this business was after an event. It was the same for me, same for Nicole, same for Ash, same for Bruce. You know, events is where you really get to see what this is about. And that's where you get to see, you know, the success stories of so many different people, not just the people on stage, you know, but the people that are in the audience as well. Obviously, it's going to be different in the UK because no one's actually done anything yet because it hasn't opened. But at these events, as you start to go to more and more of them, you'll just hear these success stories of everyday, ordinary people that have done extraordinary things with this business because they've utilized this as their platform. So that's the biggest bit of advice that I'll give you guys is events is where everything changes, both for your own belief and for your own business as well, if you bring people to them. So if you've got any questions in the, and you want to write them in the chat bar while we've got another couple of minutes for these girls. And thank you so much, guys. Honestly, that was seriously amazing. You blew my mind. No doubt everyone on this call was absolutely amazed by the things that you guys shared. So if anyone's got questions, now's the time. But otherwise, we will wrap it up. And Bruce, if you want to unmute everyone so they can share some love to these beautiful ladies.
Thank you, guys. That was amazing.
So much.
Thank you for getting up
Thank
early.
you.
Thank you
so much, guys. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank
Cold.
you so much.
Thank you.
Absolute legends.